Hello everyone, this is Anglais the Easy Way and my name's Richard Watson, and today I'd like to reframe grammar. Use it as a tool, not a test. Let's think of the red pen problem. Do you still feel like you're back at school sometimes, waiting for the teacher's red pen to mark up your sentences? When you speak English, do you spend too much time checking your verb tenses and prepositions? The problem is that we were taught that grammar is a test. If you make a mistake, you fail and your message has no value. This focus on perfect syntax stops you from speaking and freezes your confidence. The truth is, in real life, native speakers make grammar mistakes all the time. They interrupt themselves, they mix up verb tenses, they use non-standard speech, they change their subject in the middle of a sentence, and even so, they're easy to understand. So let's try to change your relationship with grammar. Let's see how you can identify some high-value grammatical tools that actually improve communication and how you can stop worrying about the low-value ones. So the old mindset, it's a famous phrase in English, perfect is the enemy of good. Where does your anxiety come from? It comes from believing that correctness is the most important part of the message. You think, if I don't use the correct conditional tense or the present perfect or the right preposition, my listener will not understand me, or even worse, they'll judge my intelligence or lack of intelligence. So what's the result? Well, you slow down, you self-correct constantly, you doubt yourself, and often you simplify your message so much that you actually sound less articulate than you really are. You shoot yourself in the foot, and you do all of this just to avoid a potential grammar error. This sacrifices your flow for theoretical perfection. Think about a chef. A chef uses knives, pans, an oven. If they spend all day cleaning one knife and never cook anything, they fail. And grammar is just the knife. Communication is the meal. And of course, the meal is more important than the perfect knife. So the new mindset is the high-value grammar toolkit. That seems really important. It's not, don't worry. Let's focus on two specific grammar areas where anybody, even you low intermediates and beginners out there, even you can apply relatively quickly. These 2 points will give you the biggest return on your effort. These points aren't about being perfect. They're just about being clear. The first tool is high-impact tenses, the tenses that you really need. Now, the listener needs to know when something happened or will happen. So past, present, or future. If you mix up I go and I went, the listener loses the context. This is the most important thing. Focus 90% of your energy on just learning 3 simple things. Am I talking about the past, the present, or the future? And if you get these right, your listener can follow 99% of your narrative. Don't worry about all the other tenses right now. More precisely, I'll give you 5 tenses that you really need to master. We need a present simple. We need a present continuous. So I go, I'm going. We need a past simple, I went, a future simple, I will go, and everybody's favorite, the present perfect. These are the 5 you need. I'll give them to you again. I go, I went, I'm going, I will go, I have been. That's it. Get these 5 right. They represent 96% of all English usage in the world. For example, if you say, I am work here for 5 years, probably people will understand you, but it's not a very good image and it makes them do all the work. Whereas if you say, I have worked here for 5 years, you sound clear and natural because you've just used the right tense, the present perfect simple. So that's the first one. And the second one, and I'm going to address this one particularly at French people, is to make sure that you have an agreement between your subject and your verb. It's not rocket science. In English, there's only one tense where you have to be careful. It's the present. I explain it to 5 or 6-year-old kids and they get it immediately. There's no reason you can't. I go, you go, we go, they go, he goes, she goes, it goes. As simple as that. It's only the present. In the past, I wanted, you wanted, he wanted, she wanted, they wanted, my dogs wanted. 0 conjugation. It's absolutely invariable. Same for the future, same for the conditional. It's only the present. You have one S. Get on it. There's no reason to get this wrong. Okay? So just make sure that the person doing the action matches the action, right? Listen to the S's when English people are speaking and do it yourself. Do it on plurals and do it on verbs. Okay? Don't say he worked very hard. Say he works very hard. It's not hard, right? What about prepositions? Don't stress over them. If you make a mistake with a preposition like in, on, or at, it's almost always clear what you mean, right? If you say I'm in the bus instead of I'm on the bus, everybody knows. Don't worry about it. Worry about the verb tense and the subject agreement first. So remember, grammar is a tool for clarity, not a test for judgment. Be a good communicator first and a perfect grammarian never. Focus on the high-impact rules that tell the listener who is doing what and when. That simple. So, for example, your action plan this week is to work on the third person singular. Yeah, even you good high-level students can do this, please. The drill is write down the names of some people individually and talk about them. Your husband, your wife, a colleague, your son. Spend 5 minutes simply saying sentences about them and listening for that final S sound. For example, she works downtown. He needs a break. It is very cold. For higher level students, ask yourself, is it pronounced like an S, like he walks, or like a Z, like he drives? Again, do the positive and then do the negative. He doesn't work. I don't work. Do the question. Do you want? Does he go? Etc., etc. In 1 week, you can get this straight. Okay? Focus on one S for 1 week and it's gone. Anyway, that's enough for this week. I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.